Welcome back to our channel, where we dive deep into the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins. In today's video, iconic American coins of the 20th century, the 1921 $1 coin from the United States of America, bearing the timeless motto, E pluribus unum. Whether you're a coin collector, a history enthusiast, or simply curious about valuable coins, this video will reveal everything you need to know about this silver dollar, from its history and design to its current value in today's market. Let's get started. Part 1, Historical Background, 0:30 to 3. The year 1921 marked a significant moment in American numismatic history. It was the year when two types of $1 coins were struck by the U.S. Mint, the Morgan dollar and the peace dollar. This unusual overlap makes 1921 a landmark year. Let's rewind a bit. The Morgan dollar was first minted in 1878 and continued through 1904. It featured a design by George T. Morgan, with a portrait of Lady Liberty on the obverse, and a majestic eagle on the reverse. However, due to the Pittman Act of 1918, over 270 million silver dollars were melted down. And this eventually led to the resumption of the Morgan dollar's production in 19. Also witnessed the debut of the peace dollar, introduced to commemorate the end of World War I, and the restoration of peace. Designed by Anthony de Francisci, this coin carried a new, modern depiction of liberty, and a powerful symbol of peace on the reverse. So, the 1921 silver dollar holds a unique place in history. It was the last year of the Morgan dollar, and the first year of the peace dollar. Part 2, Design Details, 3-6. Let's talk about the two designs you might encounter from 1921. 1. The 1921 Morgan dollar. Obverse, features the con. Around her are the words E pluribus unum, Latin for out of many, one. The date 1921% appears at the bottom. Reverse displays a powerful eagle with wings outstretched clutching arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing both readiness for war and a desire for peace. It is strikingly modern and elegant. Liberty is written across the top, with In God We Trovest using the Latin-style V, and 1921 at the bottom. Reverse shows a peaceful eagle perched on a rock, holding an olive branch with the word peace prominently at the bottom. United States of America, E pluribus unum, and $1 surround the image. Both coins are large, heavy, and made of 90% silver and 10% copper, weighing 26.73 grams, and measuring 38.1. Part 3, E pluribus unum, the meaning, 6-8. E pluribus unum is one of the most enduring mottos in American history. Found on many coins and official seals, it means out of many, one. This phrase speaks to the unity of the original 13 colonies coming together to form one nation. On the 1921 silver dollar, this motto takes center stage, not just as a decorative element, but as a powerful reminder of America's foundational ideals.
Introduction. The 1921 United States $1 coin, bearing the iconic phrase E pluribus unum, holds a significant place in American numismatic history. This coin, often associated with the Morgan dollar and the peace dollar, marked a pivotal moment in the evolution of U.S. currency. This script will explore its historical background, design, and the cultural symbolism it represents. Historical context. The 1921 $1 coin is unique because it was minted during a transitional period in U.S. currency history. After the Pittman Act of 1918 mandated the melting of millions of silver dollars, the U.S. Mint resumed silver dollar production in 1921. This year saw the revival of the Morgan dollar and the introduction of the peace dollar. Design and symbolism. The phrase of pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one, is prominently displayed on the coin, reflecting the unity of the diverse states forming the United States. The Morgan dollar, designed by George T. Morgan, features a profile of Lady Liberty on the obverse and an eagle with outstretched wings on the reverse. In contrast, the peace dollar, designed by Anthony de Francisci, symbolizes peace after World War I, with a striking image of the goddess Liberty and an eagle. At rest, the transition from Morgan to peace dollar. The year 1921 marked the end of the Morgan dollar series and the beginning of the peace dollar. Due to the Pittman Act's requirements, the Morgan dollar was minted once again, but by the end of the year, the peace dollar was introduced to commemorate the restoration of peace. Collectability and legacy. Both the 1921 Morgan and peace dollars are highly sought after by collectors due to their historical significance and a limited production run. The Morgan dollar's reappearance after a 17-year hiatus and the peace dollar's role as a symbol of post-war reconciliation make these coins iconic pieces of American history. 5. Cultural and economic impact. Silver dollars held significant value in early 20th century America not only as currency but as symbols of national pride. The use of silver mined domestically, especially from the Comstock lode, made these coins a representation of American resources and craftsmanship. Conclusion. The 1921 $1 coin, whether Morgan or peace, embodies a rich blend of historical narrative and national symbolism. As collectors and historians continue to study these coins, their legacy as artifacts of a transformative period in U.S. history remains enduring.
San Francisco Mint in 21. Only minted at the Philadelphia Mint, and only about 1 million coins were struck. Because of this, the 1921 peace dollar is significantly rarer than its Morgan counterpart. Not only was it a first-year design, but it was also a high-relief strike, meaning the design details were more pronounced, but also harder to mint in large quantities. This makes it a highly sought-after piece among collectors. Part 5. Collectible value, 1216. So how much is a 1921 silver dollar worth today? Let's look at general values based on condition and type. Morgan dollar 1921. Circulated, good to fine, $25 to $40. Extremely fine to AU, $50 to $100. Uncirculated MS60 to MS63, $100 to $300. High-grade MS65 or better, dollars. Key factors affecting Morgan dollar value. Mint mark D and S can bring a premium. Luster and eye appeal, strike sharpness. Any toning or unique characteristics. Peace dollar 1921, circulated, good to fine, $125 to $300. Extremely fine to AU, $400 to $800, uncirculated MS60 to MS63, $1,000 to $2,000, high-grade MS64 to MS66, $3,000 to $15,000 plus. Top grades MS67 plus or proof-like can fetch tens of thousands at major auction. Because of its low mintage and high relief strike, the 1921 peace dollar is considered a key date and a must-have for serious collectors. Part 6. Investment potential, 16 to 18. The 1921 silver dollar, especially the peace dollar, is not just a historical artifact but also a solid investment. Here's why. It's made of 90% silver, giving it intrinsic melt value. It holds historical significance as a transition year. Demand remains strong among collectors and investors. Rare high-grade examples continue to appreciate over time. If you come across a $1921 coin in your collection, don't just check its face value. You might be holding something worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Part 7. How to authenticate and sell, 18 to 1930. To determine the value of your $1921 coin, check the mint mark under the eagle's tail feathers on Morgan dollars. Inspect the design, Morgan versus peace. Grade its condition, using a magnifying glass or professional grading services like PCGs or NGC. If you're looking to sell your coin, get it appraised or graded professionally. Sell through reputable platforms, eBay, heritage auctions, or local coin dealer. Look for recent auction prices to determine fair market value. Avoid melting it down. The collector value is almost always higher than the silver content alone. Conclusion, 1930-20. So there you have it, the fascinating story behind the 121 United States $1 coin, a piece of American history that still holds great value today. Whether it's the final Morgan dollar or the first peace dollar, this coin is a treasure worth discovering. The year was 1921. The world had just emerged from the shadows of World War I. The US economy was shifting gears, entering the roaring 20s, and the United States Mint was ready to make history again. The coin in question? The 1921 $1 coin, famously known as either the Morgan dollar or, in late 1921, the birth of the peace dollar. What makes 1921 so important? It was the final year the Morgan dollar was minted, and also the first year the peace dollar appeared. That makes 1921 a split era, a perfect storm for collectors. And stamped on each one, in bold lettering, are the timeless words, E pluribus unum, Latin for out of many one, a motto that reflects both American unity and the singular power of this iconic coin. Part 2, Design and Symbolist 20-330. Let's dive into the design. On the obverse, Lady Liberty, her face serene yet strong, symbolizing American freedom and resilience. The eagle on the reverse, wings stretched wide, holding arrows and olive branches, representing readiness for war and hope for peace. Every inch of the coin reflects power, pride, and post-war optimism. And if you hold a circulated $1,921 coin in your hand today, you're not just holding metal. You're holding American history. But how can such a common coin become worth millions? Let's find out. Part 3, Rarity and Mint Variants. 335.30. Most $1,921 were minted in 3 locations. Philadelphia no mint mark, Denver D, and San Francisco S. Now here's where it gets exciting. While millions were produced, not all were preserved. In fact, many were melted down during wartime silver programs or simply worn out through circulation. But the real jackpot lies in the rarities, proof like strike, high-grade circulated coins, double die errors, and the low mintage peace dollars of 1921, with sharp relief designs that were never repeated in later years. Some rare varieties from this year, especially those with deep mirror finishes, misstrikes or unique toning, have been known to sell for upwards of one-profile auctions. Yes, $1 million, for a single coin. Part 4, Market Value and Million-Dollar Sales 537.30. Let's talk cold hard cash. In circulated condition, a typical $1,921 might go for $30 to $250, depending on wear and mint mark. But certain high-end circulated examples, with unique errors, rare toning or provenance, can skyrocket in value. For instance, a $1,921 peace dollar in high AU almost uncirculated condition with original luster, fetched over $100,000 at auction. One MS-67 Morgan 1921D, sold for more than $1 million due to its perfect strike and rarity, and a peace dollar from 1921, with its high relief and sharp features, in nearly perfect circulated shape, drew a winning bid of $850,000. What drives this value? Scarcity, demand, historical significance and beauty. These aren't just coins anymore. They're investment-grade artifacts. Part 5, How to Spot 1, 7, 30-9, 000. So how can you tell if your $1,921 coin is worth a fortune? Here's what to look for. 1. Mint mark. Check beneath the eagle on the reverse. D or S can significantly increase value. 2. Condition. Less wear means more value. Even small details matter. Look for sharp feathers on the eagle or clear lines in Lady Liberty's hair. 3. Errors. Double die obverse, off-center strikes or die cracks can turn an average coin into a goldmine. 4. High relief peace dollars. These were made in limited quantity. If your coin has a pronounced three-dimensional design, you might have a winner. Toning, iridescent